Good evening. As the HST referendum deadline sits on the horizon, there is another vote beyond that will change the political landscape in this province. There's more speculation tonight. A provincial election will be called at the end of August or at the beginning of September. And today, the Premier is showing some signs she might already be campaigning. Kylie Stanton reports.
It's cutting-edge equipment and necessary skills.
Yeah, we should be able to take a look at the finished product here.
All right. New opportunities in the shipbuilding industry are coming to British Columbia.
It's a huge deal for British Columbia, and it's a big commitment that it's required from all of us.
The Premier announcing more than $500,000 in funding for a new marine training centre here at Camosun College.
This funding will develop the training for new workers to upgrade programs and for those in other trades who are moving into the marine industry.
It's part of C-SPAN's bid for federal shipbuilding contracts, securing jobs for generations.
It's stable work for a long time, doing lots of things.
Keeping in line with putting families first, another announcement.
Thank you so much, Robin. It's a real pleasure to be here today.
Supporting seniors and people with disabilities.
So I'll show you how it works.
A $3.5 million investment in technologies meant to increase independence.
It's a simple enhancement of Skype, which many of us are familiar with, that allows people who normally can't use computers to talk face-to-face.
Big money backed by big promises, what's better known as election mode.
I think she really wants her own mandate. We have a fixed election date. We have fixed election legislation in this province, but that hasn't stopped other premiers or prime ministers from going ahead and calling elections sooner than that.
The real trigger is expected to be the outcome of the HST referendum. Elections BC is planning to release the results in mid-August, and the Liberals aren't the only ones making preparations.
My job is to present alternatives, and that's what I've been doing everywhere in BC, to make the case that we need to scrap the HST by voting yes, and to ensure that British Columbia gets the constructive opposition it needs. And that's what I'm doing.
It's an opportunity for the leaders of both parties to take the reins, but when it could all go down is a point of speculation.
It could be an election sometime around the Labor Day weekend being called, which would mean the election would be probably around September the 30th.
Thank you.
Until then, British Columbians are likely to continue to see these announcements, with politicians doling out more money and even more promises.
The Premier is continuing her announcements here on the island. Tomorrow, Clark is in Nanaimo, where she'll make a funding announcement regarding passenger train service for Vancouver Island. We'll have more details on that for you tomorrow on Check News at noon.